before armies, before cities, before metal. The first weapons were stones, shaped by hand, held in a fist. A chipped flint edge changed everything. For the first time, a human could kill at a distance. The atlatl tripled throwing range. The bow reached further still. In the prehistoric world, the deadliest innovation wasn't strength, it was reach. Bronze changed warfare forever. For the first time, weapons required organized civilization to produce. Mines, smelters, trade routes. The sword was born not as a tool, but as a killing instrument. And with the war chariot came something new. Mobile, combined arms shock warfare. Siege equipment followed. Walls that had protected cities for centuries suddenly had answers. Power now belonged to those who could forge it. Iron democratized violence. Tin for bronze was rare. Iron ore was everywhere. Armies grew. Empires expanded. The Greek Trireme turned the Mediterranean into a battleground of oared warships. Rome refined the killing machine. The gladius was short by design, perfect for the crush of formation fighting. Artillery appeared. The catapult, the ballista, turning siege warfare into engineering. And war elephants, living armored vehicles, shattered cavalry formations that had never seen anything like them. The ancient world was learning to wage war at scale. When Rome fell, warfare fragmented and reinvented itself. Greek fire burned on water. The stirrup gave cavalry a stable platform to charge with full force, and knighthood was born. Viking longships beached anywhere, needing no harbor. Then the Trebuchet arrived. No wall built before it was designed to withstand 150 kilograms of stone traveling at speed. The longbow put lethal range in the hands of common men. The age of the armored knight was already running out of time. Chinese alchemists found it by accident while searching for immortality. What they discovered instead would end more lives than any other invention in history. Gunpowder moved west, and walls that had stood for 1,000 years began to fall. The Ottoman bombard shattered Constantinople in 1453. The arquebus ended the age of the knight. One soldier could now aim and fire alone, no training required. The galleon carried cannons across oceans. By the time the flintlock musket arrived, gunpowder had redrawn every border on Earth. Napoleon didn't invent artillery. He concentrated it. 100 guns at a single point, on command. The percussion cap made firearms reliable in rain and cold. The repeating rifle gave one soldier the firepower of 15. And ironclads made every wooden warship in the world obsolete. Overnight, in a single afternoon on a Virginia river. The American Civil War became a laboratory for industrial killing. Rifled artillery reached 3 kilometers. The Gatling gun offered the first glimpse of automatic fire. Mines denied ground without a soldier present. And beneath the harbor, a hand-cranked iron cylinder became the first submarine to sink an enemy warship. Steel industrialized war. Breech-loading cannons tripled the rate of fire. The self-propelled torpedo made every harbor vulnerable. The Maxim gun, one crew, one weapon, replaced 100 riflemen. and in 1906, HMS Dreadnought made every other battleship in the world obsolete on the day it launched. The age of steam and steel had produced its apex predator. The Great War arrived with industrial weapons and medieval tactics, and the collision was catastrophic. Poison gas drifted across trenches. Barbed wire and machine guns made frontal assault suicidal. The tank was born from desperation, a way to cross no man's land that rifle fire couldn't stop. Overhead, aircraft went from reconnaissance tools to killing machines in months. And from altitude, Zeppelin bombers targeted cities for the first time in history. War had found its way to the home front. Between the wars, strategists imagined the next one. The aircraft carrier turned ocean into runway. The bomber was built to reach deep into enemy territory. Not the front line, but the factories, the cities, the will to fight. When war came again in 1939, it came fast. Blitzkrieg, armor, radios, coordination. Tanks used as shock, not support. The Stuka screamed. U-boats hunted in packs and nearly starved Britain into surrender. Radar saved it. The proximity fuse tripled kill rates. Napalm stuck to everything it touched. The bazooka put anti-armor capability in a single soldier's hands. And then, on a clear morning in August 1945, one aircraft, one bomb, and warfare crossed a threshold it could never uncross. The atomic bomb didn't end conflict. It restructured it. Two superpowers pointed weapons at each other and called it peace. Jets fought over Korea at 1,000 kilometers per hour. The hydrogen bomb arrived, 1,000 times more powerful than Hiroshima. ICBMs compressed warning time to 30 minutes. Nuclear submarines vanished beneath the ocean with 16 warheads each. Unreachable, undeniable. The AK-47 spread to every insurgency on Earth. Over 100 million produced. A surface-to-air missile ended manned strategic reconnaissance in 60 seconds over the Soviet Union. Helicopters became flying tank destroyers. Stealth aircraft shrank radar signatures to the size of a golf ball. The Tomahawk reached 2,500 kilometers and struck within meters of its target. Cold War weapons didn't fight one large war. They fought every small one. Precision changed everything. A cheap GPS kit turned a dumb bomb into a surgical instrument. An armed drone put the pilot in Nevada and the target in Afghanistan. War without physical risk on one side. Bunker busters reached 30 meters underground. Active protection systems gave tanks their own point defense. And then Stuxnet, code, not explosives, destroyed 1,000 Iranian centrifuges without a single conventional weapon fired. The battlefield had expanded into the invisible. What comes next is not an upgrade. It's a different kind of war entirely. Hypersonic glide vehicles travel at Mach 20 on unpredictable paths. Every existing missile defense system is obsolete against them. Drone swarms overwhelm point defense through sheer number. Autonomous systems select and engage targets with no human in the loop. Railguns replace explosive warheads with kinetic energy alone. Directed energy lasers shoot down threats for $1 a shot. And above it all, AI battle management processes thousands of inputs per second, faster than any human commander can think. From a sharpened stone to a networked weapon system spanning land, sea, air, space, and cyber. 2.5 million years. This is where it has led.